Well,
Oh, Brian,
there we go.
it's amazing.
Is this live or what? What are we?
Yeah, I recorded it.
Oh, it's already started.
Yeah, I just started.
Oh, you have to warn me.
There's no editing.
Okay,
Dude, how's it going?
good. Okay, wait. Yeah, wow. So the season 4 finale.
Yeah, this is
Breaking
a
Bad.
for anyone who watches or actually listens to this, I have not seen Breaking Bad. Brian has seen it. He loves it, and he's been a huge proponent of me following it. So I know I'm extremely late to this, but I just finished watching season 4, and Brian went back and rewatched season 4 finale so we could
I watched
relive
it
it together.
today. I've definitely watched it at least a couple times, like before today. I've actually only gone through the whole series once, but that episode I've definitely had to rewatch at least a few times.
Dude, it's so deep. There's so much.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to digest, and like I mean, I remember most of it, but there are a couple of like things I kind of forgot, so like it was good to rewatch.
Dude, it was funny because there's all these like subplots
Yeah,
in the show, and it's funny because like 2 or 3 episodes leading up to the finale, they kind of stopped the subplots and focused on like, okay, it's obviously a showdown with
yeah.
Jesse, Walter, and like Gus, and they're
Oh,
like, okay, let's just finish this off, and then we'll get back to the other stuff later.
yeah, yeah. Well, you actually have to remind me, like, what other stuff was going on, like that wasn't really touched upon in that season 4 finale.
Well, I mean, there was definitely like, I think it was the episode before. There was the car wash, which was the money laundering stuff. So there's the
Yeah,
Ted Beneke, remember?
yes, I
So
don't
they,
remember any of this.
yeah, they kind of like let that slide because remember, Huel and Bo,
Huel,
Bill Burr, whatever, they went
they
over to like get the
accidentally,
signature.
what's up
They went over to get the signature from Ted,
in the
and he like
carpet?
tripped and he fell and he gave
Yeah, and
himself like a freaking
did he like
coma.
slip on the carpet or something, right? Like, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If I do remember that, okay.
So there was that, and then there was like um Hank was like he's starting to walk again, and he was starting to like investigate with Gomi a little bit,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
kind of stopped that and really just focused on like Gus is trying to kill Walter, but Walter's trying to get Jesse to help him kill Gus, and
yeah,
Mike is out of the picture because he got
yeah.
shot a few seasons or a few episodes before, so he's not even in the episode.
Wait, what happened to Mike?
Remember he was shot down in the cartel down in Mexico?
Oh, when Gus went to go like poison everyone and get revenge,
Yes.
and then Mike was shot there. Right. Okay. So
Don
he's been out of the
Eladio.
pic- What's that?
Don Eladio.
Don Eladio. Yeah. Oh yeah, Don
Yeah.
Eladio and Juan Bolsa or Don Bolsa, whatever. What's his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that whole scene where like they go to the pool party and then like they poison him and then like Gus like throws up. So he drank it too. Like so he drank the
Yeah.
poison.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. It was well, I honestly like I was kind of rooting for Gus a little bit.
You're rooting for Gus. See, I still found myself rooting for Walter just because, like, I don't know. I mean, I just like because it's just like pretty cool, like how he's just like so much smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like there were like funny moments in that episode too. Like I totally forgot. Like I mean, it's great. Like when he's like when he breaks into Saul's office like through the window and like Francesca's like busting his balls about like the window and like
Yeah.
that whole like thing is funny. And then he's like, oh, I need like $20,000 to fix this window. And then he's like,
He's like, yeah, no reputable
$20,000. There's
vendor.
no reputable. He's gonna charge 20, and then like he realizes, oh yeah, okay, I get it. So and then he like rushes all the way back home. And like this scene too is like pretty funny where he like calls his neighbor and he
Yeah.
like meets up that and it's so believable like the way he talks about it like with like, oh yeah, I think my son may have left the burner on, so can you please go and check for me? And
Yeah.
he does that. It's just like so smart.
Yeah.
Like,
I was getting super cringy because you see, my roommate had seen the episode once or twice like you
yeah.
had, and he's looking at me like, what's gonna happen? And I'm like, no, no, no. Like I'm thinking like this lady's gonna be like the human sacrifice. I'm like, don't do it.
Oh yeah.
But
No,
it's funny
you're
'cause
definitely nervous for her when she's walking into
yeah, it's funny because like Walt like loses all of his ethics and morals
yeah.
somewhere along the line and just stops caring, and he's willing to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. but he's like so smart about it too. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that part was great, and then I mean, obviously the whole thing with Hector, like that is just, I was just like so like genius.
That was a good finish that Hector got the final push
Yeah,
on that one to kill Gus.
yeah. No, definitely. I mean, and it was definitely funny when they bring him into the DEA and like Hank talks to him and it's just like,
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I
F
can smell.
you see, it's like I can spell.
So come I. Yeah.
Or like the scene, like the first scene with Hector and I guess whatever, like the nurse, and it's like need DEA, and it's like need Dea. Dea is not a word, honey.
Yeah.
It's just like definitely just like some funny moments in that episode for sure.
Yeah. It was unreal, like the culmination of it. Because I feel like the first like season or two, they may have not known where the show was going.
I
In a
don't know
sense of
about
like
that. I mean, I feel like they've always kind of had a plan. Like, I mean, maybe not in the very beginning because like they didn't know how long the show was going to last, but it seems like they think of things like far in advance.
it seemed relatively like simple
Yeah,
in that like they had to overcome Crazy Eight, they overcame Crazy Eight. Then they had to overcome Tuco, they overcame Tuco. And I was like, all right, who's the next guy?
right. Yeah, it's like
But
where are
then
they
it
going
was
to go with this? It's kind of hard to figure out what the next. Like, I kind of felt that way after season 4. I was like, what's the next thing like that's going to happen now? Like Gus is
they
gone.
could have stopped, yeah.
Like you kind of get that feeling like after like like when he's on the phone with Skylar and he's like, I won, and
Yeah.
like and he just drives off and it's like, huh, like it feels like he's good, like he's safe. Like what else could happen now? And you'll see. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but like it's no, it's very interesting. Like how they have like it just doesn't get, it never like jumps the shark. It just keeps on getting better.
Yeah, and I think I don't know, you were saying it maybe how it's like you can't even really compare some of the seasons because it's a totally different like feel.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like it's funny because I think we just finished watching episodes 1 and 2 of season 5.
Yeah.
And at the end of episode 2 of season 5, he he finally gets Mike on board
Uh.
to start up the new cooking business with him and
Yeah.
Jesse, and it's completely different. And they have a lady working with them to
Lydia.
to get the methylamine. And it's funny because Skylar's like, "Hey, I'm afraid of you."
Yeah.
And he gets in the bed and he's like kissing her neck and he's like, "You will do anything for family, and this is the way it's supposed to be." And she's like terrified. I'm like, "What the?
Yeah.
This is odd. Like he's turned into like this drug monster. He wants to be the new Gus. He wants to be feared."
Oh yeah. No, yeah. You'll see. Yeah. Like he's no
It's
longer Walt anymore, for sure. Like he definitely like you definitely see the transition throughout the series of like him breaking bad from Walt to Heisenberg.
yeah,
And there's different points where like he goes back and forth between being Walt and Heisenberg, like in like like the danger scene, like I am the danger. Like you just see him, he just turns on Heisenberg like that.
yeah. It'd be cool to see like what like some like psychologists and stuff have to say about that.
Yeah, and I think there's some college courses that may teach like I don't know if they, I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like there may be like just like that teach Breaking Bad, like his evolution and stuff.
Yeah, it's brilliant how that whole
Yeah.
thing happened. And
Did
even with Gus, it was just Gus. As Walt said, he's like Gus is always 10 steps ahead of us.
Right. And like this time Walt was like ahead of Gus. I mean, it made sense. Like, I mean, because like Gus, like, I mean, the only way like Gus wants revenge. Like he was gonna let what's Mauricio what's his name? The other guy, like one of his henchmen,
Oh, Tyrus?
or Tyrus. I don't know why I thought it was Mauricio. I forgot his name, Tyrus. Yeah, it's like Tyrus is like, you want me to do this? He's like, no, I'm gonna come. Like, I have to do this. Like, cause
Yeah.
it makes sense because like it's just like he wants revenge. Like, and like he thinks it's safe. Like, what? Like, I mean, Tyrus comes in and like checks for everything. And, like, it's safe. Like, he's not gonna suspect like any. Um, but yeah, so like that's like pretty smart. Like just like the way you get Gus in the room and then they just like blow him up and like I mean that whole scene is just like crazy.
And there was even just like there was so much suspense in there too, like when Gus is coming out of the hospital with Tyrus
Wait,
and they're
what?
going back to the car in the car garage. Maybe that was the episode before, and Walt was trying to blow up the
Oh,
car. They're
yeah,
like
and then like
looking
Gus,
around, nothing happens. You're like,
yeah,
oh my god, like
yeah. No, as the episode before, like that's how you thought, like, oh, they're gonna get him right here, and then like, yeah, Walt seems like fucked, and like it's just like, yeah, it's like what else can he do? Like you ran out of options. Like you felt like what else is he gonna do? Like you really had no idea. It's just like crazy.
and honestly, it was so perfect because like they even built up Gus to be like this. What was even better about his character was that he was so calm and put together.
Yes.
And that was brilliant because I look up at like the Joker right here on my wall,
Yeah, yeah. It's
and the
there's nothing
Joker,
like it. But
Joker,
you,
same thing, was
yeah,
10 steps ahead, but the Joker was like a wild dog, whereas Gus was
that's so
centered.
meticulous.
Yeah, articulate, and he like would move his head and look, and he had it all under control the entire time. And you're like, you have to respect that.
Yeah. No, he was great. A great villain. But like I mean, is he really a villain? Because like we see him as a villain because we're like watching the show through like Walt's eyes.
Yeah.
But like, is he really? I mean, obviously he's not like a good person, but is he really? I mean, he's not. I mean, Walt is worse than him.
Yeah. Yeah. At least Gus was consistent.
Yeah.
Walt, like, I think that's the thing that my roommate asked me. He's like, hey, do you love to hate Walt, or you hate that you love him? And it was like kind of that argument back and forth. And I was saying with Walt, it's like it's kind of bothering me that like I really want to see what happens, but it's really cringy now because he's really turning into like this just power hungry,
Yeah.
narcissistic jerk. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like,
And I kind of still found myself rooting for him just because it was like, wow, it's just like he's so smart. He's like always like ahead of everyone. Like it's like kind of like cool, like how I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna root for Jesse. I think
Yeah.
Jesse's the underdog, and he's still kind of an idiot, but he sort of takes things a little more seriously, like
Yeah.
him.
So what did you think about just like the whole thing with Brock? I assume you picked up on.
Dude, oh my gosh, like the what was it, like the flower of the candy of the flower, whatever.
Yeah, like the last scene. I mean, the final scene of season 4 when they like go to the camera just zooms in Walt's backyard.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
realize it then?
Yeah, Walt poisoned Brock.
Brock, and the reason he poisoned Brock was to get Jesse back on his side because he wanted Jesse to think that Gus had poisoned him with the ricin.
Yeah, that was a brilliant twist that I didn't get at the time.
At the time, it's funny. I remember watching the season 4 finale at home. I was at home, and I remember my dad was watching some of it with me, and like they were zooming in on the plant, and like I didn't really pick up on it at first either. And then like my dad told me, I was like, oh my god, like it's just a little subtle. Like, I mean, like you were talking, like there's, I mean, like whatchamacallit, like Jesse was talking to Walt, like about like, oh, it's not rice in it. It was called, he must have eaten like blueberries on the lily of the whatever. And like I guess it went over my head, the name of the flower. Like I wasn't really thinking about it, but like, yeah, like that whole thing is just like crazy.
Yeah, I didn't get it because I was still just like
Yeah, no, I think I was the same way. I was like
completely
still
just
shocked from everything else. It was just so much to take in that I didn't register with me like the first time watching it. Like,
yeah, I was so flabbergasted at the way they killed. What was crazy about the way that they killed Gus was that it blew up, but then you see him walking out.
walking
Like,
out, he's okay.
no,
He's like
like he's
fixing
still alive.
yeah. And then you see his face, and like the name of the episode is called Face Off. I don't know if you picked up on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which it's like like there's some what's the name of the like term where it's like can mean two things, like there's some like
Oh,
literary
Two-Face?
what? No,
What?
there's like some literary term for like where like a word has two double entendre. I don't know, maybe it's something else. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I know. Yeah.
Basically, like the title of the episode, like literally like Face Off, like it's a face off between Gus and
Kind of like a
Walt.
pun.
Yeah, and but then also the face off is also the same because like his face like comes
Yeah,
off.
I love that he came out looking like Harvey Dent.
Yeah,
About one half his face was all charred
yeah,
up and the other was normal. And he
yeah,
was
yeah.
just super cool. He fixed his
He's like
tie
fixed his tie.
and fell over. It was great.
Yeah, no,
It was amazing.
I mean, I'm telling you that I think season 4 finale is probably that's got to be like my favorite episode of like TV. But like I'm telling you, there's some episodes in season 5 that come close. Like for some people, like I think it's either the penultimate or the third to last episode of season 5. Like people say that episode is like their favorite. Like I'm not gonna say anything. Like that episode apparently. Like I mean, I really like that one too. But I think maybe because people had hyped that episode up so much for me, like I was expecting to be like like compared to like season. Like I had like crazy expectations for it. Like it's still very good. Like looking back on it, it's like wow, it's like crazy good. But it's like it didn't live up to like the expectations I guess I had because other people had hyped it up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
no, dude, I'm so excited. I think we might watch one tonight. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow.
you know that season 5 it's like broken up into 2 halves, right?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, so it's like there's 16 episodes. So like the first 8, it's like 5A, and then there's 5B. So like the 8th episode is kind of like I'm pretty sure the 8th episode of season 5 is kind of be like similar to a season finale, like where there'll be like some oh shit, like oh crazy stuff, and then like 9 through 16 is like a sort of like another season.
Yeah.
But
oh man,
some moments. I mean, I'm excited. I don't want to say anything, but there's definitely a lot of moments where it's like, yeah, it's just
man, it's funny because I was asking one of my friends today. I was like, hey, like, have you seen Breaking Bad? And she's like, I watched one episode and I just really didn't get into it. And it's funny because I watched the pilot episode. I don't know.
A while ago?
What?
Like a while ago?
Yeah, I'm saying 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And I didn't have anyone to talk about it with. And I was like, oh, it's one episode, whatever. And then it wasn't until like you and like my roommates now were like, no, seriously, it is incredible. Stop what you're doing and watch it.
Yeah.
And everyone who I've talked about this with, which is like now that's all I talk about, is like, oh my God, Breaking Bad. Like, have you seen it? And everyone's like, Mike, where have you been, man? I'm like, I don't know. This is great.
I gotta rewatch it. I think I'm gonna have to rewatch it at some point. It's just so good.
Yeah, oh man. So we'll have to do one of these for the season 5A and 5B Breaking Bad finales.
Oh yeah, no 5A. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure episode 8, we're gonna see some stuff, and then like the last 3 episodes of 5B are just like all crazy.
There's I'm gonna share the screen 1 second. It was funny. I was like just kind of fooling around today, and I saw this, and I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
If I do, I'll get you one too. Let me know. Okay. I think this is gonna be funny. Yeah, share the screen. Would you wear this shirt?
Oh, I've seen people wear that. You know who used to wear that all the time?
Because of the sticker.
What?
Because of the sticker.
I would definitely wear that. No, but you know who used to wear that all the time? Ari Curdell. Do you remember?
Yeah, I love Ari. Yeah.
You remember? I don't know if you know, because you probably. I mean, if you didn't watch Breaking Bad, like you probably wouldn't have picked up on it. But like, I remember Ari. He would wear that shirt all the time. Now it's a great shirt. I am the danger.
Yeah, dude, these are great.
I mean, no, I would definitely get a Breaking Bad shirt for sure.
Sweet. I think I'm gonna send this over.
I think the Los Polos Hermanos, that's the one I would want.
Yeah, I don't know what.
No, that's the type of. It would be a cool shirt. Like it's like people see it and they're like, oh, Breaking Bad, that's cool. But like, not everyone would get it.
This one's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like amazed and like you kind of want like the whole villain thing, and Los Pollos Hermanos is one of those things that there was just so much at that sort of location, and the whole thing with the laundry and like the buckets that they would put people in and like the label on it, and I was just like, yo, that's amazing.
That's so good. So I'm looking at IMDb right now because I'm curious like what they've rated like all these different episodes. So the season 4 finale gets a 9.9.
Jeez.
I guess, and then the second to last episode got a 9.5. Third to last got a 9.7. Fourth to last got a 9.6. Okay, for season 4. Season 5. So you already watched the first two. Yeah, it was 9-3, 8-9. So then it goes 8-9, 8-9, 9-7, 9-1, 9-6, 9-6, and that's for the season 1A finale. Then season 1B, I guess first, or 5B, 5A, 5B. 9-5, 9-2, 9-6, 9-2, 9-8, 10. I told you, yeah, the third to last episode. A lot of people, I mean, I really liked it. 10, 9-7, 9-9 for the finale. So you've got
Jeez.
just like incredible team. Like you just like
I can't wait. I'm so
still got
excited.
a lot. You still have 14. Think about it. I mean, you still have, if you think about it, like each season's 13 episodes. You have 14 episodes left, so you still got a decent amount.
Yeah. I was nervous that we were gonna like roll through it too quickly, but I think
Yeah,
this week we only watched on 2 separate nights or something. Everyone was pretty
yeah.
busy
You
here,
should
but
you should try to savor it a little bit.
yeah.
It's because I mean I'm telling after this like TV's not gonna be the same for you. I'm just gonna say nothing to compare.
It's all gradually downhill.
Look, I mean, there's still a lot of great TV. I mean, I think the next show for you, I think we talked about this. The Wire. That one's really good. It takes a few episodes to get into it, but The Wire, it's really good.
Sweet. I'll definitely get on that.
And did you say you've seen The Sopranos, or you haven't seen The Sopranos?
No, I have to watch that.
You
My
have to watch that
fate
too.
is
As
in
a
your
Jersey
hands
guy,
with
what?
television, bro. My fate is in your hands with television, bro.
I'll tell you. I mean, I think going to The Wire next is good, because like The Wire is like similar to Breaking Bad in the sense that it deals with like drugs and stuff, and then like The Sopranos is more about like just the mafia.
Yeah.
So I think you go from Breaking Bad to The Wire to The Sopranos. That's a good like transition there.
It's funny because these are topics that I would never get into. Which don't interest me at all.
Really?
That's why I would always go with like the funny shows. But with funny
Yeah.
shows, it's like, oh yeah, it's just like another one-liner, another little shtick they did. But it's like there's never like an oh my god, what happened on Seinfeld? It's more like okay, George does
Yeah.
this and like okay.
Yeah.
But with
No,
this, it's like it draws you in.
Yeah, these unbelievable. I mean, you have to have a good. You have to have like. I mean, I think it's good to just have like the comedy shows. Like I love Seinfeld, obviously. I don't know if you're a big fan of The Office. I don't know.
I watched all of them, but it's
Yeah.
you turn your brain off.
I mean, I like The Office a
The
lot.
Michael Scott stuff.
I like Seinfeld more, but The Office is still very funny. But like having shows like that, yeah. But like I like the dramas are just. It's like you can't compare them. It's just like people ask me what my favorite show is. Like I can't. I'm like okay, like yeah, Breaking Bad probably, but like The Wire, even Game of Thrones, even though it gets a bad rap with the last season, that's up there. The Sopranos, and then I'm like, but also Seinfeld. I'm like I have to keep Seinfeld up there, but it's just like I can't compare.
Yeah. Yeah, Seinfeld, Parks and Rec. Did you watch New Girl?
No.
That was a funny one.
Real okay. Maybe I'll get into. I mean, I am thinking about starting a new like comedy show or like one of those like 20, 30 I was thinking about starting Community. I don't know.
You want to watch Community together?
You want to watch Community together?
Let's do it.
All right. So you can watch, like that's the thing. You can watch a drama and a comedy at the same time, but you cannot watch like two dramas at the same time.
No, Community is funny.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying so we can watch Community and while you're still watching Breaking Bad or when you start The Wire.
Perfect.
Like I think it's fine to be like having like you just can't have two. Like I tried to do that during quarantine. Like I was watching Justified and then I tried starting Lost at the same time and like I just couldn't do. I just focus on one. It's like two dramas. It just kind of gets a little much.
My roommate in Florida really liked Community.
Oh yeah.
So I would see little bits and pieces. I like Joel McHale and
it seems like a good cat.
It was the other. Who's like the rapper? What's his name?
Oh yeah. Isn't it? Oh god, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not Chance the Rapper. It's
no,
oh,
Chance. I forget what the guy's name is.
I know exactly. I know Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
Yeah.
I know.
So I've seen bits and pieces of the show, and it was good. But Kishan is really big into it, and I think my older brother's watching it now too.
Okay.
So I'm finally at that point where I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. And if you want to watch it, like,
I'll
Dude,
start.
let's do
All
it
right.
together.
I mean, I could start as soon as whenever. Like, I mean, we could start.
I'm available.
I'll watch it. I mean, it's like 20 minutes. I could do an episode a day. It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's I don't know. Do you want to do it tomorrow night or Sunday night or something?
I don't do things on Sunday, but
Okay.
with football. But maybe tomorrow night I can maybe do that.
All right, we'll see. That or Monday
Yeah.
or Tuesday. And not Monday night, maybe Tuesday night.
All right, not this Monday night because it's Chiefs Ravens. Very good game.
Yeah, maybe
Another
Tuesday.
Monday night when it's like a shitty game. I don't care.
No, I'm not going to pull you away from football, Brian. We'll do
It's
like
20
a
minutes. It's
Tuesday
20
night
minutes.
or
Like,
whatever.
I mean, this Monday night I don't want to miss Chiefs Ravens. It's like one of the games of the year. But like
I don't want you to miss it.
on a future Monday night when it's like two teams I don't really care about, like that's fine.
All right, community. It's going on the whiteboard. That's our. We've watched Survivor together. Now we're watching
Survivor. I was actually watching a couple old seasons of Survivor, like a few months ago, during May or April. Like my sister wanted to watch, so we watched the first season of Survivor, and it's so different from how it is now. Like it's actually like about surviving. Like it's no one even knew what an alliance was. There were like people are like, I'm against an alliance. It's not ethical. Like it's just cheat. It's like so like literally the guy who won. I mean I don't know if you want me to say his name in case you. Or I won't even say his name.
I mean, how long ago was this?
What they filmed it like probably like early 2000s or late 90s or something like that.
I mean, was it like Ethan or Richard Hatch or someone like that?
Oh, Richard Hatch, yeah.
Yeah, I watched the first, I don't know, 10 episodes, or I mean 10 seasons with my mom.
Oh, so you remember. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen all of them, yeah. And the thing is, I stopped all of like my high school age and I got back to it with you in college.
Yeah.
But for like, I watched the first 10 seasons, stopped for like a few years, and then picked it up when we were in college together.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Richard. Yes, but he only won because he figured out like he needed to have an alliance, and like no one else figured that out, basically.
Yeah, he ended up getting like on a tax evasion or something.
Yeah, he got in. Yeah.
He used to walk around butt naked, stuff like that.
Yep. That's
yeah. Is that online?
On Hulu, you can get all you can get all the old seasons. So season 1, they had all the episodes, but certain seasons are missing certain episodes, which I don't know why, but like, yeah, you can get all the seasons on Hulu.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, community it is.
Yeah, a lot of good TV out there. Now's the time to really catch up on TV.
For sure. All right, that's our little wrap on season 4 finale.
Very exciting.
All right, Brian, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna have to do this for a lot of other finales. We'll do it for community, like
okay.
For anyone who wants to follow along with how Brian and I feel about community.
Yeah, but for Breaking Bad, we have to talk about the end of season 5. There's so much stuff still ahead. I'm so jealous of you.
I can't wait.
It's so good. Oh my God. So good.
All right, sweet. I'll text you tomorrow. We'll figure out a day to watch community.
All righty, sounds good.
All right, Brian.
BD out.
BD.